Hey, what's going on there, guys? Cloud Truth here, and welcome to the first episode of Support Showcase, a brand new series starting on my channel in which I'm going to be teaching you all about how to play the support class here in Battlefield 4, giving tips, talking about different weapons, gadgets, tactics, and strategies to overall help you become and ultimately master the support class in Battlefield 4. Now, I'd like to say this right off the bats. I am not the best support class player. That's clearly not true. There's always going to be someone that's better, and there's always going to be someone that's worse. That's just the fact of life. But I feel like I'm better than your average player and even some of your very good players when it comes to playing this class in Battlefield 4. And when I do play it, I generally do pretty well with it. So I figured this would be a good series to start on my channel. It's kind of like the home of support class in terms of what I've done so far, what I plan to do, and kind of what I told you guys I was going to. And so far, I'm loving this class in Battlefield 4. It's a lot of fun to play. And so I really want to teach you all about it, especially those of you that are new, but also those of you that are experienced. That way we can all learn together and really understand the kind of like the gears and what makes this class work and how to play it more effectively. Now, this series could be a viewer-based type of series where you all in the comments just leave a kind of either a weapon that you want me to talk about, gadgets, tactics, strategies, whatever it may be, so that I can cover it. I'm not going to review weapons, talk about stats, and bore you all to death. I'll be glad to discuss a weapon like I'm going to here today, but I'm not going to go over a weapon stats and try to dig deep into that type of category, as that's not what this series is really about. It's about the game. It's about you playing the game and understanding situations and making sure that you're doing the right things, and I'm not a perfect player. I make mistakes, okay? A lot of mistakes. But what I'm hoping to do is teach you all how to limit your mistakes and myself, because I get to watch myself make mistakes. And I get to see what I should have done instead. And so that really allows me to become a better player with the support class here in Battlefield 4. And hopefully you guys can learn from it as well. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today, obviously, is the U-100 M5K, basically the Ultimax. That's what I'm going to prefer to call this weapon. And when using it, I am playing, I know it's TDM, some of you all hate this game mode, but it can be great because it's a lot of different situations that you find yourself in very quickly. And you have to react and understand your weapon, where its strengths and weaknesses are. And clearly the Ultimax 100 is a long-range weapon. As you can see from a lot of these shots, this weapon does great at longer ranges. I've got the reflex red dot sight, the stubby grip, and the heavy barrel on. Now, I know I could be using the Coyote sight, but personally I find it to not work as well as the reflex. That's just a personal preference. The stubby grip I would recommend over any other grip. Why? Because the Ultimax doesn't have a very high first shot recoil, even with the heavy barrel. It really doesn't, so you don't need an angled grip. Put a stubby grip on there that overall just increases your accuracy, combined with the heavy barrel's increase. You got a pretty darn accurate light machine gun at range. So that's what you need to understand about the Ultimax when using it starting off. This is a ranged light machine gun. You're going to have to grind for a little while to get the attachments in order to be able to use this gun effectively. And this is a situation where it's not good and I did not do the right thing. Once I realized that there's probably no way I'm going to kill that guy, rather than continue to shoot, should have run straight back down the staircase to avoid getting sniped. And thankfully, my little spiders, which I like to call them because that's what they look like when you place claymores down, they're the little prongs, spring out and they grab. It looks like a spider that's about to launch on attack. Anyway, that's kind of, derpy, but that's what it looks like to me. But thankfully, my spider a couple times is taking out some enemies. Unfortunately, that guy just got turned on right there as he missed all of his shots, and that's one thing that you don't generally have happen with support with the Ultimax, is the ability to turn on people and take them down. Your weapon fires so slow at 590 rounds a minute that generally you're going to lose those engagements. Now, here is where I love having just such a large magazine. Could you do that with an assault rifle? You'd run out of bullets. Carbine? Run out of bullets. Light machine guns, you're able to do that and just kind of hold down the trigger in a sense, not hold it down completely, but kind of burst fire it through the little fence or the little wooden kind of hut shack thing, whatever that is, and be able to take that enemy down. Now, you're going to see me a lot of times stick to the edge of the map, which is what you want to do with the Ultimax, is making sure you're staying out of the action. Now, what I mean by staying out of the action is don't be off on a hill or, some building on the very tallest point and just trying to shoot guys down from there. You need to kind of stay around the outskirts because you're going to have a lot of guys in the middle that are just, there's bullets flying past each other, explosives, etc. You don't want to be in that. You don't want to mess with that. And you want to give yourself the best situation or the best placement of your own, where you are, to be able to take down your enemies. You don't want to be out in the open. You see me a lot of times, I'm not really trying to stick my neck out too far in the open. There's some situations where I do, but right here is a good one. Okay, I'm getting sniped at. I know a sniper up there. Don't even think about it. Turn and run. Why? There's no way I can outshoot him. Okay, I could if he's a bad shot, but that's probably not going to happen. Now, here is really important. I strafe and strafe and strafe right here, but I tap fire. Why? Because the Ultimax is very accurate when you tap fire. It's really any other gun, but I rapid tap fire because I'm getting the most accurate shot when strafing, which is not a good idea in the first place, but I'm not going to stand there and let the sniper take me down. That's what's another thing to go along with this. Don't be afraid to strafe if you have to. Strafing is bad for your weapon. It's not good for it, but if it can save your life, do it. And if you're accustomed to do it in Battlefield 3, try it in Battlefield 4. I did it when the game first started, and it worked. And then I realized, oh, when I strafe, I lose so much accuracy, and so I stopped. My performance plummeted. It went down abysmally. I started strafing in our engagements, and now I'm doing better. It sounds weird, right? Yeah, I know, but that's what it's done for me. I tap fire so fast that you get that added accuracy, which with each initial shot, which really is what you want to do when using light machine guns. Don't hold down the trigger for long periods of time. The Ultimax is no exception. You do that, you're going to find your weapon's accuracy just being, it's going to go absolutely crazy. That's going to wrap it up for this first episode. I know it was kind of short, but this is really the beginning first step of it. So if you expected something amazing, this is going to take some time to kind of build up with you guys along with me. So if you enjoyed, a rating is much appreciated, and drop your comments down below if you'd like something specific for the next episode, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.